Ladies and gentlemen, it's the most magical time of the year. No, it's not Christmas. No, it's not back to school. Ladies and gentlemen, it is WrestleMania season. I'm here with the Botch Guy, and we're doing our predictions. It's been a little bit since we've done them, but I'm excited to bring them back to you guys. Welcome, Botch Guy. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic, man. Looking forward to doing night one and night two together.
Yes, sir. And this is really cool this time around because we actually, with our two parts, we have a reason for having two parts. Night one on my channel, night two on Botch Guy's channel. And everybody, just make sure you drop a little like and a subscription before we get going on both of our channels. Botch Guy will fill you in on his little thing here after our first prediction. But let's get into the tag team turmoil match. Naomi and Lana, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, the Riott Squad, and Natalya and Tamina. Whoever wins goes on to night two to take on the tag team champions of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Botch Guy, who do you got?
Well, this is like probably one of the more uninteresting matches on the card. I would love to say this has been booked incredibly well, but really, I don't feel like none of these groups honestly have been pushed up to a level where I feel like they even deserve to be on the card, on the main card, to be honest, except for maybe Natalya and Tamina, because they have picked up some big wins. But in my opinion, I think the safe guess would probably be Naomi and Lana, but I still have a feeling that Natalya and Tamina are going to take this into night one, move it on to night two, and have that match with Shayna Baszler and Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax for the championship there. So what do you have here? Are you excited for this one?
I'm not sure if excited is the word, but I am intrigued to see what the result will be. I like your pick there of potentially Naomi and Lana picking up this thing. The story would kind of make sense, but I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm going with more of an underdog team, a team that I think could really use spotlights on back-to-back nights, even if they don't win the tag team titles. I'm saying the Riott Squad. I think Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott going up against the big bad team of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler would be pretty cool to see. I know we've already seen it, but like it'd be nice to see maybe at WrestleMania, and maybe the momentum could be for Liv Morgan there. So that's my pick, Riott Squad.
Very good pick, but I still feel like the WWE, there's something weird going on with the women's division with certain females. I don't feel like they're taking them as seriously as some of their other promotions or some of their other pushed matches, and it does hurt the overall product as a whole. So I don't have much interest in this match. I'm sort of say it has nothing to do that they're females. I'm really looking forward to all the other great female matches on the card, but I don't know. I'm not feeling this one.
Fair enough, my man. Well, then let's also transition into something you got going on your channel, my man. What is it? What are you pushing towards right now? Let the Con Maniacs know.
Well, it's the road to 70K, guys. If you guys know me, and obviously you guys know Con Man, he's a beauty. We've done a lot of collaborations together, and I don't ask very often. Very rarely do I ever ask for subscribers, but we are on the road to 70K on my channel. We are very, very close to hitting that 70K mark. So if every single person on this Con Man channel goes over there and subs, I will owe you big time. I will do something wild for Con Man that he will request. I don't know what it is, but he's going to make me do something, and I have no doubt I have to do it if I hit that 70K. Okay, so Con Man, you are in full control. So everybody sub over to my channel.
Anything.
Right. No OnlyFans accounts. Okay.
Oh, okay. That was my only request. All right. So let's get on to the next match. We got Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Daddy drip. Man, this guy's drip is off the charts these days. I'm so excited for this match. This one could very well steal the entire show. Man, I'm going to tell you, I think Seth Rollins wins this thing. I don't know why. I don't have anything to back it up. I think Cesaro could be wonderful winning this as well, but I'm just pumped to see this match. And my pick is Daddy Rollins. Who do you got?
Oh, it's going to be a beauty. This could potentially be the match of not just WrestleMania, but it could be the match of the entire darn week. It's going to be beautiful. I think the buildup has been fine. I don't think it's been like crazy, but I think it's done a good job. Cesaro's definitely more, viable now than he was before this storyline started. I think Seth Rollins wants to give him a rub, and I think they're going to blow it. Like, they're going to blow their minds of everybody here. I think this could be the match of the card. And honestly, I see Cesaro finally getting that push. Ooh. I think Cesaro is going to win. Seth Rollins is going to put Cesaro over in this match. That is who I got.
Well, there's a little bit of a difference. So 2 predictions, 2 different people so far. The war is on, Botch Guy. We've heard of the Monday Night Wars. We've heard of the Wednesday Night Wars. Now these are the prediction wars here. Oh, man. But let me tell you about the next match. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Good God, Braun is boring. Oh, I can't stand this feud. It has been bad. And Shane McMahon and this Braun Strowman storyline, like the whole storyline, it's been stupid. Not a fan of it. Steel cage match. I have Braun Strowman winning, but who do you think, Botch Guy? What's your thoughts on this whole feud?
Does anybody care? Does anybody care about any of our opinions on this match? Because I don't think the WWE cares either. So, oh man, what a stupid build. I'm saying a lot of like not the best build, stupid build. Okay, I understand.
No, it's stupid. It sucks.
Better. This will get better.
It's bad.
It's stupid. Like this has to be honestly one of the dumbest builds by far they have done in a little while, and they've done some really stupid things before. So personally, I just want to see Shane McMahon jump off something stupid again, and I think that's what it's going to be. I you know what, I respect Shane a lot for doing all that stuff, like for real. But I don't find him as a character entertaining. I don't find Braun right now as Braun is at the lowest he's been in his entire career, and that counts the debut.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
So, I'm not feeling this match. I guess if I have to choose, I guess Braun Strowman wins this match.
I mean, it would be even more stupid if Shane beats Braun. Like at the bare minimum, Braun needs this win. Like, holy crap, this would be so bad if Shane somehow finds a way to win this thing. I don't even know what else to say. He's a freaking train. That's his gimmick.
I will say this. There could be some shenanigans. Maybe Shane McMahon finds someone from NXT or someone that's not debuted yet or returns and kind of helps him out so you can start a new feud with Braun Strowman and the new wrestler, because maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're setting up some sort of debut for someone, because why else would they make this stupid match? It doesn't make any sense.
To give Braun Strowman something to do and give Shane McMahon something to jump off of. But you might be right there, Botch Guy. You might be very right. Let's move on here to the tag team title match. The New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. The build has been good and bad at the same time. I've actually enjoyed it and not enjoyed it at the same time. I don't know if you have the same feelings, but I have AJ Styles and Omos winning the tag team titles. Who do you got?
Oh, so that is okay. So the build on this one has been pretty good overall. I think they've done a decent job. I feel like the New Day, they have the titles, but like, I don't feel like they have the titles. There's something weird about the New Day. I don't think I'm as credible, I guess, without Big E than I guess with them being. And I don't mean that as disrespect. I just understand something missing there. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're it's just a gimmick, right? It's the same thing maybe for so long. Maybe I'm just getting stale from it.
Potentially.
AJ Styles and Omos, this whole situation is going to completely depend on how well Omos can wrestle. If Omos can go out there and actually do some good power spots, have some good writing, and actually make him look credible, I think that would be very good for the match. Or because if not, then AJ Styles is going to have to carry this one really hard. Mm-hmm. Who's going to win? AJ Styles and Omos.
All right, so we agree on that.
Give them titles, yeah. I think that's what they're doing.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet. It feels like it was a weird decision to put the titles on the New Day right before Mania. But obviously we've seen why with the Hurt Business breaking up, and then now it looks like they're trying to get AJ Styles and Omos over. So I think that's probably the right call with AJ and Omos winning this thing. And you're probably spot on with saying it's all dependent on can Omos go in the ring. If WWE likes what they've seen, I think they have no problem putting the titles on them. But if they're a little hesitant, the New Day's a very, very well-known hand that you can put the tag team titles on, and they're a safe bet. But to kind of dial that back to the whole something missing with the New Day, I think it's because Big E is missing with them. We have seen the trio for so long, and now it's just Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston playing off of each other. And it's still the New Day, but it almost feels like it's a new tag team as well. Mm-hmm. They don't even have really matching gear anymore. Sure, it's the New Day themed gear, but one is yellow, one is blue. Like, it's a different take on their tag team. And I think that's why you're feeling a little off with them. But I'm still a fan of the New Day.
Maybe they could come up with a new gimmick that's kind of similar, but not it, and they can call themselves, I don't know, the old day or something. Like something
Oh, no.
at least.
The old day. Do you remember that segment?
Don't remind me
No.
of that segment. That segment never happened. It never happened.
It's an old day. Yes, it is.
Connie, it never happened. All right.
All right. Well, you know what is going to happen? The Miz and Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. So they've went from it originally being the Miz versus Bad Bunny in a one-on-one match to now clearing John Morrison, because I'm not sure if you heard, he was hurt. Same with Damian Priest. They have both been cleared and are ready to go for this tag team title match. Or not tag team title match. Sorry, just tag team match. Miz and Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. I've liked the feud. I've liked the build. People were crapping all over the music video. I get it. It was Miz in a bunny costume when he was the WWE champion just a few weeks earlier. I get it. But Miz was never really the most serious WWE champion. Now he's poking fun at a celebrity. It's the Miz being the Miz. I've liked this feud. So I'm here for it, but I actually have Bad Bunny and Damian Priest picking up the win. I think Miz and Morrison are going to lose. And I think you have a potential idea for what's going to happen with Miz and Morrison. Would you like to talk to the crowd here?
I already forgot about my idea. This put me on the spot here.
Oh, you did. Oh, no.
What was my idea?
Well, let me lead into it then. So earlier when me and Botch Guy were talking, not today, but earlier this week, he said Morrison was going to turn on the Miz. Right. There we go. So take us further with that one, Botch Guy.
Okay, so I do think. Okay, so first of all, the build, I thought it's been done very well. Probably one of the better builds for WrestleMania, and considering it's a celebrity build as well, I think they've done fine. Mm-hmm. All the proper competitors look pretty decent. They all filled their roles well. Miz and Morrison, the music video, whatever. I did think it was kind of silly watching him in the bunny costume after him winning the title, but at the same time, you're right. It does fit. He's never been like a super serious champion anyway, so it's logical. And I thought it was a pretty cool video, to be honest.
Yeah,
I thought it was fine. I thought it was less cringe-worthy than I thought it was going to originally be. So now I think Bad Bunny and Damian Priest is going to win, but the way I see them winning is by John Morrison turning on the Miz, and or the Miz turning on John Morrison. I'm still having struggles which one is going to be the heel turn. I think Morrison being the face makes a little more sense because the Miz is such a natural heel. But I do see some sort of heel turn in this match. It's going to happen. I'm certain of it. And that's how Bad Bunny and Damian Priest are going to get the win.
I like it. I do like it. I'm not as certain as you are with there being a heel turn, but it does make sense to push John Morrison as a baby face. He's been a little bit more funny recently. He's getting more over with fans just casually. He's a familiar name, so it makes sense that if they were to go down the route, maybe Morrison somehow gets pinned by Bad Bunny after Damian Priest hits the lights out, something like that, and then Miz snaps on Morrison, and that leads to a post-Mania feud. We've seen it before about 10 years ago, but I'd be down to see it again. Let's go on to Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. This match I am so looking forward to. I don't know about you, Botch Guy, but the build has not thrown me off. I know the build has not been all that good. It's been a little bit all over the place, but just the prospect of this match of Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair has me pumped. I'm not going to tell you right away who I've got, but I want to hear your thoughts first. Who do you have winning this match, Botch Guy?
I think this is a very important match for the company as a whole. I think this is a very important match just for these ladies, these extremely talented ladies. Sasha Banks has been just really talented and really good for such a long time, but right now she's probably at the best she's been in her career. She's there. She's reached the point where you could honestly look at her as being like a main event WrestleMania type talent. She is. She's been very, very good recently, and obviously the stuff she did with Bayley as well was pretty good as well. So I think Sasha Banks is there. Now, as for Bianca Belair, they're giving her a rub. I do think she's a little raw still to win. Personally, so that's why I will say Sasha Banks is going to take this. But I will say this: just giving a lady, who works her ass off from the bottom, slowly working her way up into this big position, I think is so important if you're going to grow superstars in this company. And I know for a fact that this is such a big match for a lot of people of color, and I know they've talked about this in quite a bit, and I'm definitely on board with that. I think it's good to have as much different types of cultures to kind of go around and like just let everybody have opportunities that they deserve to have opportunities for. And that's why I really think Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are going to have a hell of a match. I do think, though, Sasha Banks is going to pull this one out, but this is a very important match for the WWE. I'm very happy they're doing this.
Absolutely an extremely important match. You nailed it right on the head right there. But the side of it is that it's an extremely important match because not only is it the right match at the time, but these two women absolutely deserve this spotlight. They have worked their ass off. It's not just being handed to them. They have worked their ass off for this spot, and they more than anybody ever really has deserves a main event spot as well. Like, you can talk about Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and all them, but I think night one main event should go to Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. I really do believe that. I'm with you as well. Sasha Banks winning this match. I would love to see Bianca Belair be crowned the new women's champion and see like a new star. But the reality is Sasha Banks is a big time star right now. Usually the bigger star wins at WrestleMania. And I think it would be an interesting way if you maybe had Sasha Banks cheat to win this match and you could further the title win for Bianca Belair down the line. I don't know. Something like that, because Sasha Banks has been more of the heel in this feud, but I got Sasha Banks winning this match at the end of the day. So let's go on to Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Whether this opens or closes, we're not too sure at this point, but it will most likely be one of the two matches there. So Bobby Lashley, McIntyre, two big ham hocks going at it for the WWE Championship. Botch Guy, who do you got?
Whoa, boy, here we go. So I have a lot of opinions on this match. So let's just go with what I think about the build right off the bat. So first of all, the build has been brilliant. I like it. I think they've done a good job making me interested in this match. I feel like it's definitely feels like a main event type match at WrestleMania. So excuse me. That's what I think about the first off. So the build has been really good. Bobby Lashley, I'm not a fan of them breaking up the Hurt Business type this situation. Mm-hmm. I can go on a big rant about that, but I do think him personally has been like, he's been on fire right now. So because of that, I do think that this is going to be a great, hard physical match. Mm-hmm. And I do think that Bobby Lashley is going to be the winner in this match, because I feel like if you want to have this guy to be credible, you need to have him hold the title for longer than what he's just had it for holding now. So I think that's what's going to happen. Now, after the match, Bobby wins. There's two ways this happens. So either A, Brock Lesnar comes out and goes after Bobby Lashley, or Brock Lesnar goes up and goes after Roman Reigns if he does come back. I think those are two very easy storylines you could do. Screw it. I'm going to say it. Bobby Lashley wins, gets attacked by Brock Lesnar, starts the whole beautiful feud with Brock Lesnar moving forward. That's what I got.
Well, I love your thinking outside of the box with Brock Lesnar. The one thing for me is that if they are giving Brock Lesnar a Mania payday, they're getting a match out of Brock Lesnar. I don't think he shows up at Mania. I'd have a very, very tough time believing him being on the card and not being in an actual match to get the full value out of Brock Lesnar's appearance, because each time he appears, it's like what, $500,000 or something like that. It's ridiculously expensive.
That's how much you make.
Yeah. I'd love that type of money. But I can't see Brock Lesnar showing up at Mania. I think if anything, Lesnar night after Mania, like the Raw after Mania, could be a huge way to introduce a new era of like a new storyline of Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Could be a big way to do it. But I think that spoils who I am picking for this match as well. I've got Bobby Lashley winning this match. I think as great as McIntyre has been over the last year, I think fans might boo him if he wins. I think they might start to turn on him if he beats Bobby Lashley at this point. Lashley's getting the first run with the WWE title in his career, so I have a tough time seeing them taking the title off him right away. But on the flip side of things, they might also want to put the title on Drew McIntyre in front of a live crowd, because he didn't get that last year, and that might be what this build has all been about. So either way, it's going to be a fun match, and I'm excited to see what goes down. But my pick is Bobby Lashley, and so is yours. Just ignore that. I'm
not sure if you guys saw that. That was brilliant. I will say this. I will say this. It makes more sense probably to have all these big returns to happen on Raw than WrestleMania, but I feel like they need to throw some big moments in WrestleMania. It can't just be big matches. I feel like WrestleMania has always been WrestleMania moments, right? They've always talked about how big these moments. Now, the only thing that makes me think maybe it might not happen is that it's night one. If this was night two and you have Brock Lesnar kind of the final shot on night two after WrestleMania, I think that would maybe Brock Lesnar would be like, that's what I want, right? And, I don't know why I just did my Vince McMahon voice, but that's what I think. So personally, it's going to be interesting. I think the night one's going to be fun.
Yeah, it'll be so much fun, but that's only part one of these predictions. We're going to be doing part two for night two over on the Botch Guys channel. So Botch Guy, where can they find you? What's your information? Drop it for them here.
I am the Botch Guy on YouTube. That's just type it in. It'll probably say something else, guy. But if you type in the Botch Guy, we have the road to 70K, and you guys know, but Conman gets to do whatever he wants to me if we hit 70K this WrestleMania week. Kind of creepy, but yes.
All right. But we're going to be going over there on his channel for part two. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care. We'll see you for WrestleMania. I've been Con. That's Botch Guy. And once again, we'll see you over there for part two.